Welcome back to Third Degree. Well, we've just left Alasdair Thompson in a very dark place.
But there is some good news in this story. He's now seen the light.
Alasdair Thompson says he's never been happier, far from that suicidal wreck of a couple of years ago. His road back from breakdown has, to his own surprise, brought him here to Christianity.
Can I put this to you, and I honestly don't mean to be offensive, I hope I'm not.
No.
But can I put it to you?
Offended.
You're not easily offended, good.
Is it a cliche, that whole fall from grace, find religion route? Why does it happen?
It can be seen by people for whom it hasn't happened to be a cliche because they've heard it so often. But it's actually, unless you have probably, this is the way I see it, I might not be right. I think a fall from grace does bring you up short. You know, it does make you think.
You know what your wife told me?
She told me,
it was very truthful. She said that this fall from grace needed to happen to you, that you'd never really known joy before, and that you had become too arrogant, and it brought you humility. Is she right?
Yeah.
It needed to happen to you.
You know, she knows. I mean, if anybody knows you, your wife knows you. We've been married 46 years, and we're good mates. I don't know that she knew you were going to repeat that when she said it to you.
bloody journalists, can't trust them.
I don't mind. She'll probably give you a clip round the ears.
Business these days for the Thompsons is an upmarket apartment they rent out.
I've got to do some vacuum cleaning.
He does his fair share of the upkeep, and he's quite proud of himself, happy to show me how well he can do it.
I'm worried that this is just for show.
No, this is genuine. I do this all the time, honestly.
Yeah. But for all his upschooling about feminism, some things are just ingrained, even when he's confident he's headed in the right direction.
One of the things I always say to Joan over the years is, if you want me to do something, then tell me what it is you want me to do, and say when you want it done by.
No.
No, I tell you. No, because this is what often happens. You can cut this, but I have to tell this because this is how it often is. If you say to me, "Hey, we've got our friends coming around for a barbecue tonight. I want you to mow the lawns, and I want it done by 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I want you ready at 5 o'clock to greet them."
You'll do it.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you where I have a problem with that scenario, which is that, all right, we get home from work and we're tired too, and we're looking after the children, you know. I want you to notice that the bathroom needs to be clean. I don't want to have to tell you to clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of women say about the division of labour within the home.
Yeah, I understand that.
You get that?
Yeah, I get that. I get that entirely.
Good-o. Show me how it's done. Get that vacuum cleaner working.
Right, are you ready for this?
I am.
Right, we're going to start this way.
Somehow it's satisfying watching him work.
Do you want to take me home?
Pardon? Actually, yeah. You do know what to do.
Laughing comes easily to him now those dark days are over. So too does writing.
I bet the PM regrets that he didn't get it released earlier.
Yes, he's no longer in a public position, but he needs an outlet, which he's found in this, an autobiography just out, which not only lays out his downfall, but provides another platform for his many stories and his many opinions.
Is there a subject on which you don't have an opinion, on which you don't feel comfortable to talk about?
Plenty of them.
Such as?
Can't think of one. You've asked this question over...
Well, actually, there is one topic he's now reluctant to divulge his opinion on. Yep, whether women's productivity is affected by their menstruation.
I'm not going to go there anymore, you know.
You've learnt your lesson.
I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to talk about... I mean, we're talking about women's periods right now because you're asking questions, but I'm not Got
You
it.
don't have a view any longer.
Oh, I have a view, but I won't express it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's not the Alasdair Thompson we knew so well for 30 years, is it?
No, it's not.
You have changed.
Look, I've changed in lots of ways, but the essential person does not change.
So what's your theory?
Well, my theory is...
So who is that person now? Well, yes, he does hold some pretty strong views, but he's also learned the hard way. There are things he's done and said wrong, but he still can't help himself.
It's not a criticism of women. Here's the facts, though. You know, a dog, you take it off the lead and let it go for a run by itself, and you want it to come back. And if it's with my wife or my daughter, and they call to the dog in a firm voice to come back, the dog takes absolutely no notice. If I call or my son-in-law calls the dog,
Back she comes.
Back she comes. And you know why? Because we go, stop! Like this. And she looked up at me. And they take notice straight away. They hear that.
You know what?
Well, men are threatening.
Men are,
Men are threatening.
that's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna do an experiment. You're gonna prove this to me. I reckon she's got just as much chance of coming back to me
Yeah.
as she has to you.
Well, with this dog, you're probably right. Stella?
So how does that theory go again?
Your turn.
Okay, start! Come on! Yes! Good girl! It's fantastic!
You cheated! Woof! Woof!
I love it.
Oh,
You're a
baby.
good girl. She's part of the sisterhood.
Yeah, she is.
And you know what? Alasdair Thompson just could not leave it there. He emailed Paula Penfold after that story, after the dog calling competition, and said it was the tone of voice that Paula had adopted which made the dog come to her, and that when he adopted the tone of voice, the dog came to him too.
It's interesting. He's that kind of guy, isn't he? That always needs the last laugh or the last bark, if you like, in this instance, or the last word, isn't he?
Absolutely. All right, coming up, how to buy a house in Auckland with a water view for a mere pittance.
You just need to know where to look and keep an open mind. That's next.